Visit JewishPress.com. The Jewish Press. Start it today. Merry New Year! Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Well, no matter how you say it, make it a great 2022 from the FM Money Talk Radio Network, WWNN. This program is brought to you by Eric Willner. The opinions expressed
all right.
Are strictly those of hosts, guests, and hosts, and are not necessarily those of this station and staff, management, or sponsors.
Let's go ahead.
Welcome
Get
to
ready.
The Real Estate Show, brought to you by Capital One Group, LLC. Eric Willner, president of Capital One Group, LLC, is a highly trained financial professional. He helps clients to develop strategies for utilizing real estate, mortgages, and related financial products to achieve a more secure financial future. For the real estate investor or the home buyer, he's able to provide expertise in matching the right properties and finance specific.
Screen's bright. We got to solve that problem in the beginning of the year. The new lights, all the equipment has arrived. The makeover is about to begin.
Call toll free 888-595-7779. That's 888-595-7779. Now, today's edition.
And hello, South Florida. Welcome to the end of the year, pre-New Year's edition of the Real Estate Show. We are South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily radio show all about real estate. Hey, Joanna. And we're getting some feedback here on our Facebook page. You know that we are live Monday through Friday. That's 5 days a week. We are live at 5 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And you can catch us at least five different ways, from the AM locally at 1470 Money Talk Radio, on the FM at 96.9, 95.3, on the apps. Yes, you can download one of the free apps, listen to any one of your stations that you love across the country. Point it to this one, WWNN Money Talk Radio, and we hope that you'll join us that way. You can also, when everything else fails, always go to our website, where we have a live feed on our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. Go to the top of the page where you'll see the Real Estate Show. You click on that tab, there'll be a download, and you can choose to listen to us live if you're there at 5. You can listen to the archives on demand whenever you want, 24 on your schedule. And you can even download the podcast version and take it with you off the air, offline, in the air, when you're flying or wherever you want to go. And then finally, right here on our Facebook Live, where I love to hang out with a lot of my close friends, the viewers that make comments, send the thumbs up, ask questions, and during the breaks, we kind of hang out a little bit and talk additional real estate. And it's been a fun year here on the Real Estate Show. It's amazing to think that 2021, 21 years after the millennium bug, 21 years into the year 2000s, and we're now on the verge, getting ready for 2022s, all twos coming up ahead. And so we're real excited. We've had, I think, a great year, given the circumstances, given all of the challenges that have been out there. Real estate is strong as ever and looking to continue on for another good year in the real estate world. In fact, if anything, I think it's going to be another strong year, but with a little bit of a break. I think we're going to see some windows of opportunity open up at different points of the year. We've been setting you up all year long, talking about everything from the iBuyers that we shared and really dug into and took a deep dive, talking about the new type of investors, the new sources of money. You remember I talked about the rich uncle that you don't even have to be related to. We talked about so many different things, including launching our fearless first-time homebuyer workshops. And we're kicking off the year with the first one on January 11th. So I want you to mark your calendars right now. Pull out a pencil, open up your phone, however you set your appointments. But go ahead and mark January 11th at 7 p.m. And then I want you to go ahead there and text the letters DPA for down payment assistance. Just one of the several resources that we're going to be sharing with you, from exquisite loan programs, the Homes for Heroes, other COVID-related incentives, the down payment programs, the credit repair, and ways that we can show you. So there's no reason we're going to make 2022 literally fearless in every sense of the word. So January 11th, reserve your spot. It is space limited, and we have in 2021 on several occasions been forced either because of late entries or not enough room. These are online, so people are participating in this Fearless First Time Workshop series from all over the country, coast to coast, not only coast to coast Florida, but coast to coast the United States of America. And so I don't want you to be blocked out. Do it now. We're not that far away from January 11th, 11 days away, to be quite honest. DPA, text it to 561-861-2366. So there's really two sides of the coin here that we talk about on the Real Estate Show. We are always trying to help those deserving families find affordable homes. That's one of our main missions. The other one, and actually the original one that started this show back in 1999, was to make real estate investing as simple as buying a CD. Now, mind you, it's pretty easy to buy a CD, right? You walk into a bank, you write a check, you sign some papers, and then you wait to collect when your CD matures. Well, what if real estate could be that easy? And it can. And so we designed a program, that's the Automatic Landlord Program, where you can invest in real estate as simple and as easy as buying a CD. And for that, we have our Fearless Investors Program starting on January 12th. So we're hitting the ground running. January 11th, Fearless First Time Home Buyers, the text code is DPA. January 12th, Fearless Investors Program, text the word investor to 561-861-2366. Just like all last year, it's only one number that you have to remember: 561-861-2366. Plug it into your phone, save it into your memory, put it in the speed dive, tattoo it on your knuckles if you want to. But the bottom line is that this is going to be a source for lots of great information for real estate. You're going to start seeing some of the deals. I'm super excited for 2022 for a bunch of reasons. Number one, we've got a lineup of workshops that I think are going to knock your socks off and going to help more people. Remember, our goal is to get 100 brand new in 2022, 100 brand new fearless first-time home buyers owning a property. And I'm going to say I also want to get 100 investors to own their property. Doesn't have to be their first one. I just want them to have one, because that adamant that real estate is the place to be, to create wealth, to create a legacy, to create tax advantages, to create ongoing passive income. And I'll bet you're going to hear stories of people who are going to be able to retire because of real estate in 2022. So mark my words, mark this radio station. Join us every day at 5 p.m. At one of the 5 different ways: the AM, the FM, the app, the website, automaticlandlord.com. Bookmark that website as well. And of course, on Facebook. And like I said, in 4 more days, I'm flying down our engineer who's coming down to completely redo, complete makeover of our station. So you're going to see that in the second week of January. So we're going to hit the ground running. Very excited. We've put a lot of effort, a lot of thought into it. And I hope that you guys will benefit from a lot of great information, all for free. I mean, every show is a veritable seminar in a workshop. You should walk away with something that you can use, something that's current, practical, and real life from the world of real estate. So let's see, how are we doing on time? I want to jump in before I recap the week. We've been talking about the trends. Last week, we talked about the technical trends. This week, we talked about the mega trends that are either continuing or what to be watching out for. I'm going to hit the high points one last time, right here on our last edition of the Real Estate Show for 2021. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner, all dressed up and ready to go for the new year. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Mr. Bilsker. Happy New Year, Mr. Bilsker. I saw the picture. I didn't see an answer back from the text, so I imagine everything went well. Stephanie, how are you? Susanna, the year wouldn't be complete if you weren't on the show today. Thank you. And you've been a wonderful person. I'm talking loud probably because I'm talking over my headset. So does everybody have good plans for the New Year's?
This is the Real Estate Show, brought to you by Capital One Group LLC in Boca Raton with your host, Eric Willner. If you have any questions about the broadcast, call toll free 888-595-7770.
We're coming back.
That's 888-595-7770.
And welcome back. For those of you just joining us here on the Real Estate Show, you are listening to America's longest running daily radio show for the topic of real estate. And we are here, and there's Susanna one last time for the year, being so helpful on our Facebook Live. Any of you who want to catch and listen to the show again, that's another place where you can catch all of our recordings up on Facebook. And on there, you also have Susanna helping out and putting in the down DPA, the code words for the January 11th workshop on fearless first-time home buyers, and the January 12th investor workshop, fearless investor workshop. And that is code word is investor. Anyway, you can't end the year, and certainly we obviously started the year talking about COVID-19, even though COVID-19 was officially declared on March 11th, 2020. We had to hear about COVID-19 for the entire year of 2020. We had to hear about COVID-19 for the entire year of 2021. And it literally upended the home buying process when the pandemic was declared. Everything froze. And there was a fear, is this going to be just like 2028 all over again? The market is going to seize up and nothing's going to happen. No sales, no mortgages, no nothing. And to our great surprise, our happy surprise, that's not what happened. Realtors did a good job adapting. The lenders did a good job adapting. Title companies did a good job adapting. If you think about it, in the last now almost 24 months, I think we're at 18 or 19 months now, you have now electronic signatures so commonplace that no one would think twice about it. Universally accepted and sure make the process so much easier. Today, we were signing contracts and getting back and forth revisions, so much so as we were able to receive the contract, send it to the seller, have the seller execute it, send it back, add together the proof of funds, add together authorizations, send it to the title company, all without anyone wasting one drop of gasoline. Think about it, how green we've become. Then we have the virtual home showing process. From guided tours, from drones in the sky looking over and around, all of the data that you can get. I mean, real estate has really, really come a long way in the last 20 or so months. Historically low mortgage rates continue. In fact, the pandemic prolonged what I call artificially low interest rates. I mean, think about it. Locked in interest rates at 3% for 30 years. That's incredible. If you have the ability to qualify for a loan, you should be contacting us. And in fact, if you want to, I'll give you 5 great reasons why you want to go get a loan. And if you're not buying a house for yourself, buy an investment property. Text the word loan. This is a special conversation. If you want to talk one-on-one, if, as they say in the commercial, to find out whether real estate might be right for you, then text the word loan, because I'm going to know that that's a special conversation that we're going to have, that if you've got good credit and the ability to get a loan, why not? Why not lock in these historically low interest rates? When we're talking about returns on investment to 8 to 10 to 12%, and you can borrow at 3%, think about it. Just on the spread, you're making money. You're borrowing at 3% in order to make, let's just say, 10%. Borrow at 3, make 10, keep 7, right? So, out of the 10, you pay 3, you keep 7. So between the historically low interest rates, mortgage rates, coupled with the inventory shortage, right? Because lots of low interest rate loans means that more people have the ability to qualify and afford more, get better cash flow on their investments, and that therefore there's more demand on the supply. And that, of course, created this red hot market, which now is in its second year and going to continue into 2022. So with houses selling within hours, certainly within days, renting within hours or within days, often for well over the asking price. In fact, my good friend right there on Facebook just rented his unit, put it on market, what he thought was market rent. And in the first day or two, I wasn't sure exactly when, but he already got an offer above his asking price. So vacancy will be minimized, cash flow will be increased, and so forth. So no one knows exactly what the future holds, and who knows what crazy surprises lie ahead in a topsy-turvy world with pandemics and mutations and and all of the other different things that are constantly popping up in the news and trying to get its sensational attention. But housing experts are saying almost unanimously that in 2022, buyers can expect similar trends of the past 2 years: elevated prices, low inventory, and fast turnaround. So that's really good. That said, it's going to continue to be a seller's market in the buy-sell arena. It's going to be a landlord's market in the rental market. In fact, had some very and the topic of Section 8, to rent or not to rent, to Section 8, has come up repeatedly. And think about this: here are people who already have a hard time or difficulty, who legitimately qualified for Section 8 housing subsidies, all dressed up, financed, and nowhere to go. And so maybe we'll talk a little bit more about Section 8, the advantages of that. But we're certainly going to do our fair share. And of those 100 new landlords, what better way to receive your rent than by automatic draft into your account, your rent. And by the way, if for Section 8, that's a requirement. You're required to accept electronic monthly payments on the first from the government. Imagine that. Well, there's a good news there. So that being said, and home values are expected to increase, perhaps even again by double-digit numbers. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be 7%. Maybe it'll be 10%. Much more sustainable than 15 or 20. So to tell you the truth, that's also good news. So I told you there's going to be good news. There's going to be windows of opportunity in order to buy. I told you there's going to be, continued interest rates, although the Fed has announced that they are going to raise interest rates several times in the coming year. They're going to try to sort of ratchet it up, and the market can take it now between the demand, between where's all the money coming from, right? But remember, we talked about the American spirit of entrepreneurialism is alive and well. So it won't be quite as wild, I think, as 2021 this year. But I think in everywhere that I'm reading, I'm seeing the same theme reiterated. So inventory will remain scarce. Even before the pandemic, there was a low housing stock. Remember, 2019, previous administration, previous economy, seems almost like a previous world, right? The economy was hitting on all cylinders. Unemployment was very low. The stock market was hitting new highs. The economy was doing well. And then we had this sudden supply chain interruption known as COVID-19, shutting down factories all over the world and disrupting the rhythm that we were in. So it's going to take a little while for us to get back into that rhythm. And we've had a couple of, false starts with the mutations and everything. But I think that people have a stronger mindset right now. I think the people want to move on. And so inventory is going to remain scarce. If you remember, on Monday and Tuesday, I shared with you the local report cards. And I actually went into a couple of different zip codes and showed you what the supply was, what the new inventory coming online was, what the new home formations. I mean, we're talking about data, another evolution of the real estate market. Big data. We've got a lot of data, very easy to get your hands on, not expensive to get the really good stuff. And a lot of it's even free. And if you know how to use this stuff, and I've given you ideas, and I've given you methods, and I've even given you formulas, like when we're talking about affordability, you got to take the median home price divided by the median income. And if that number is 3 or less, you've got really good affordability. And so there's these little key indicators. So if you can get these report cards that tell you what the unemployment rate in an area. So if you have affordability and a low unemployment rate, you want to talk about is you can sell them as fast as you can buy and fix them. Then what a wonderful, fertile market to be into. So although builders are trying to ramp up production, inventory is going to remain scarce, number one. Number two is that the incentive for builders to build is in the higher price ranges because of the supply chain and the cost of labor and the cost of materials. If it costs the same to build a medium or a higher end property, but I can charge more for the higher end property and marginally or incrementally more expensive to build because of a couple of extra luxury items, then guess where the inventory is going to? So I'm going to tell you that the entry level market is going to be challenged for quite some time, thereby telling you there is another opportunity in there. Stay tuned for that as well. So the number of homes listed has fallen to a record low at the end of November. There'll likely be more in inventory coming out when it does every single year. So it's predictable. Spring and summer, people, that's when they're going to make their transition. Remember, if people sell every 7 to 10 years, there's another number that you want to sort of remember completely. That translates to about 14% of the market is always in transition, always. 7 to 10 years means 14% of the market is always in motion. And on average, I see 2 to 4% on the MLS. So there's a huge market on the sidelines that either goes, direct, sale to sale, owner, FSBO, bank sales, inheritance transfers, and things like that. So guess where you want to be? Do you want to be in the highly concentrated, highly competitive 3 or 4% of the marketplace? The 1/3 that's fought over in that transition, or do you want to be in the 2/3 where the market moves a little bit slower, the price is a little bit lower, and the competition is a lot lower? So a little sneak preview of the things to come, but the music is in. Like I said, this is the fastest part of my day. This show right here, it literally whizzes by. We got tons planned for you for 2022. Make sure that you bring it right here every single day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time, right here where you found us. You can always have us on demand at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. And of course, don't forget our Sunday night rebroadcast every Sunday night from 9 p.m. on. You'll hear the entire week's radio show back to back at that hour. Anyway, that's it for today. I want to wish everybody a merry, happy, safe, and prosperous new year. This is Eric Willner signing off. Until Monday, until next year, drive safe, party safe, and make it a great year. Bye-bye.